So as for my other video, I showed you guys that I did this side. Well, I didn't actually show you completely yet, but yeah, I cut this side of the OEM panel. I didn't feel so bad because it was already kind of it was already hit. It seemed like someone hit a pole parking in somewhere. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I don't know how it happened, but it looks like someone hit it, and I didn't feel as bad cutting the actual quarter panel. Basically, I just cut it up to like this line. So I just did a big circle all the way around, just like that, so I can get good fitments enough to clear this side and that side. And I went ahead and put rivets on the actual over fender. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just like grind this down, and then I'll show you guys. I'm gonna just grind the rivet down and bondo over it, as well with all of the rest of them. So it looked like the panel was kind of actually placed on there. I got my trunk to work, kind of. Well, I gotta fix it or do something, but it's there. Yeah, but I can make it better. Right now I'm gonna actually work on the other side. My battery's kind of low, so I'm gonna try to film what I got back there, and then I'm gonna stop for a little bit, charge it, and then we'll go from there, and I'll film the rest of it. But right now, I'm just gonna cut this side open, and then start putting the old fender or the new fender on. I showed you guys the paint on the F13 already. Really dirty. And then we got Ivan. He's getting his wheels relipped.
How small is it?
They're pretty big, but whatever. Yeah, he's gonna get his wheels relipped. It's sticky. Oh. A zip tie? So he's gonna get his wheels relipped. So right now he's going to the stock ones in the back, whatever he's doing. But right now I'm just gonna work on the rear quarter panel, and then cut it down and bondo over it. So with this little bit of light, you can see how this fender was also a little bit damaged. The other one was actually worse than this, but that's kind of one reason I don't feel bad. And then the guy before me, when he put his side skirts and his valences on, he put a lot of silicone, and I couldn't really take it all the way off, and it started ruining it. So I know this whole old quarter panel just kind of it's a lost cause. I don't feel bad about it, but yeah, not that bad. Not that bad. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I find this really funny. Watch. Sick. So this is gonna be some of the stuff you're gonna need. You're gonna need rivets, drill bits, a drill, angle cutter, and a rivet gun. A rag just in case you want to clean stuff up to make things look pretty. But aside from that, angle grinder obviously to cut your quarter panel. This is all you're gonna need. Well, you might need a screwdriver too to pry it out. But with this car, an S14, when you cut out the first piece, you're gonna fold it out, and you gotta cut the inside piece in order to take the thing completely off. And then you're gonna cut slices to bend them upwards so they won't be sticking down and cut your wheel. And then you're gonna use the drill bits obviously to make holes where you want your fenders, your over fenders. And then you're gonna use the rivets, go into the rivet gun, and you're gonna do rivet stuff and rivet your fenders in. And that's just basically how easy it is. You need a drill, obviously, for the drill bits to make the holes. And I'm gonna try to show you guys what I can without the camera dying. So, also gonna need an extension, the bending. You're also gonna need an extension depending on where your outlet is, over there, over wherever. Chair for extra comfortability when you're doing so that way you can sit down and cut in peace. You could either get a marker or yeah, basically a marker or whatever you want, but I guess a marker would work better because it's a marker. Marker stuff do marker stuff on stuff that needs to be markered on. But I use a self-tapping screw just to scratch out where I'm gonna cut it. As you can see, the line that I cut open, that's how I'm gonna cut it, and that's everything that's gonna get cut. So sad. There's a couple different things you can use, such as safety goggles or glasses or whatever, but I like to use a helmet because it's more protective. It covers your entire face for anything that happens to come flying off the car when you're cutting. So I think the best thing to use is a helmet. This is my old helmet when I had my Z green, But yeah, best thing to use, I say. Now the next thing after you cut it, you can start prying it out the way. Now that that's cut, now you're just gonna go and cut lines so you can bend this over and cut it. So now you have either the choice of welding these all of these pieces onto the actual body of the car, but it's not really necessary. You can just primer over it and you'll be fine with that. I kind of just bent in here too, just so you can make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's how easy it is. Now you put your fender over, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So now that once you completely ruined your quarter panel, you can now go in your room and cry in a fetal position and regret everything you did. Or you can get primer and paint over it to make yourself feel better. Because painting is always fun. So fun, how much fun I'm having. Wow. So much fun. Funnest thing I've ever done in my life. Funnest ever. So much fun. And we should be good with that. Make sure to get the inside just in case any metal inside is showing. You want to make sure to cover every single little piece that shows any type of metal so it won't rust. And most of you guys, when you guys get the overfenders brand new, you guys should trim the inside of it because there's gonna be a big lip, and it's basically gonna prevent all of this that you did. So make sure to cut the trim, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. So here I have a Bomex style Duraflex overfender. And as you can see, this big lip right here, that's what's gonna prevent all of that. So you're gonna cut around and just make this kind of thin, not too thin, in case it cracks in half, but just about right there. And that's how much you would have to trim out the way and fit over. And now you get your rivet gun and you find the rivet that you want on your overfender and find the little adapter that fits. So this is the smallest one and that fits. Take this off and put it on the tip. You're just gonna unscrew it. Comes off, and you put on the tip. You gotta have it closed. And you put it in. I'm trying to do this with one hand. This is really hard. You gotta get it in. Oh, there you go. So now you just tighten it. Do a hand tie, that's fine. And now for your first one, you start like right here. Make your holes. You can have one screw holding it, whichever, doesn't matter. Find the hole that you made. Get the fat piece of the rivet, the fat end of it, and put it inside. And then when you get the gun, you put pressure down and clamp it a couple times. So you put it in and just clamp it a couple times. It's kind of hard if you're doing it with one hand, so please use both hands if you guys are doing this. So you're gonna do couple clamps, and then one more. There you go. First rivet is on. It's on good. You can see, and that's how you basically rivet your over fenders, and these things just fall out after, and you just repeat the step all the way around. And now you will have your rivets over and done. Whole panel is going to be on there good. And there you go. If you guys mess up like I did right here, because I guess I was on the wrong hole, you can always just get the same drill bit you made to make the holes for the rivets and just drill into the middle of them, and it'll instantly just pop them off. But they're on good. And now I'm gonna show you guys what I mean when I grind this down. Now I'm gonna bondo over it like it was never there. And now it's just gonna look like the over fender was just kind of molded onto it. And this is what I mean how just grind it down. It just goes over it, and it's still holding on good. And just bondo over this, and it will disappear. So this is what I mean on covering the rivets after. This is sanding them down or grinding them down, and then bondo, and then sanding it after that, and painting over. You can't even see that the rivets were there anymore. Once all this is done, drying up, I'm gonna give it a couple more passes, because yeah, you can probably still see a little bit right there, but when I give it another pass, the primer's thick enough to actually go over and cover it up. So after everything's dried up completely in the next day or so, I'm just gonna lightly sand the whole rest of the car down along with the piece that I painted over, and then it should be covered up and we should be ready for paint.